If you've committed to growing advisory work in your firm and invested in advisory software so that you can give your clients detailed information about their business, but you find it challenging to communicate the benefits of your advisory services, or clients try it for a while and then just drop off, you're probably missing a vital piece in your approach. And it's a common mistake I see with a lot of accounting firms. In this video, I'll explain that vital piece that you need to include in your advisory approach and how you can secure more advisory work after you've invested in advisory software and tools. Hello, my name is Lynda Steffens. I am an accountant and author and the founder of the Small Business Project. I have over 30 years experience across all levels of public practice accounting. Goodness me, time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so you have the advisory software, determined what reports will be useful, worked out how to package and price the service, and then wait for clients to have a problem that you think your advisory service will be a solution for. Taking this approach has resulted in a few clients taking up advisory services, but what is more concerning is that increasingly you're finding those that do invest in the advisory service are dropping out altogether after a number of months. Now, as an accountant, you know how valuable advisory services are. And when clients can't see the value in the first place, or they don't stick with them on an ongoing basis, then it is no end of frustrating because you know that they will actually help. Well, why? Why is this happening? Well, the missing piece is that your clients don't understand exactly how your advisory services are helping, or if they can even help at all. To your client, they are just another thing that they have to pay for, and frankly, that they don't need or want. The thing is it's not your client's fault that they don't understand, see the value, or want to pay for it. It's actually yours. As their accountant, it's up to you to meet your clients where they are. Because you know and understand the value of advisory services, what happens more often than not is when you talk to clients about advisory services, you just quite naturally explain how valuable they are from your perspective. To successfully invite clients into an advisory relationship, allowing them to understand and see the value that they are willing to pay for, you need to meet clients where they are and be able to explain how valuable advisory services are from their perspective. All the software, tools, and beautifully presented reports in the world will not help you do this. So relying on them to do so is unfortunately a bit of a lost cause. The vital piece missing from your approach is a repeatable process for advisory that gets to the core of why your client is in business in the first place and aligns their business objectives with the right advisory services for their business. Clients want to know how to improve their business and ultimately achieve their goals, whether that means more time with the family, financial freedom, flexibility, or just being happier. So where do you go to from here? To help you close the gap in your advisory process, I've developed 4 steps that help you explain the value of advisory services to clients from their perspective. The 4 steps are invite, explore, gather, and maintain. Let's delve into them a little more, shall we? Okay, step 1, invite. You have to take the first step to invite your clients the right way. Most of your clients don't even know that you can help them with more than compliance. And what I hear from clients is that they're often left wondering if your advice is even relevant to them at all. When you invite clients the right way, using a structured framework and a process, it completely changes the dynamic of the accountant-client relationship and switches it up so that your client will automatically feel listened to and understood. This step quickly and easily suggests to a client that there might be a gap from where they are now in their business to where they want to be in the future. And it immediately piques their interest to want to know more. Because if you listened and understood to them about this, what more could you help them with? Step 1 has nothing to do with giving clients the answers. It is simply about seeing if your client is interested in more advisory services, and it takes as little as 10 to 15 minutes to complete. The overall objective of Invite is for you to quickly qualify the client's interest and to schedule a meeting to get more information from them. Nothing more than that. Step number 2, explore. So once your client shows interest in hearing more, well, you then have a 30-minute meeting with them to find out specific information that is relevant and compelling for the client, meeting them where they are. This engages the client as you're starting to uncover this gap from where they are now to where they want to be in their business. And it blows their mind because they don't expect this type of interest from their accountant. Don't worry, I give you all the scripts to get you started and all the right questions to ask. So you get exactly the right information and you don't waste any time waffling and letting your client run the meeting. We don't want that either. We want you to be in full control of managing the process. Now, at this point, you might be tempted to try and give your client some answers, but if you do, you'll lose them. 100%, we see this happen every time one of our students doesn't follow the process. This meeting is your opportunity to find out information about your client's business and invite them to a paid upfront meeting. If they say no, you haven't wasted a lot of time with them, but you have definitely set yourself apart from other accountants. If they say yes, well, then you're at step 3. Now, I want to point out that by following this process, you are avoiding coming across as selling your services. You're doing the exact opposite, actually. You're building incredible value with your client. That is exactly what they want and will pay for. Okay, ready for step 3? Gather. Gather is a paid upfront meeting that involves working with your client for about 2 to 3 hours. All our students absolutely love step 3 because it's all about gathering information. And I know you love information. The more that you have, the more confident and comfortable you become. In this step, you use a process that allows you to gather more detailed business information from your client. A very small part of that information is the financial stuff that you're used to, but mostly it's general business information. The most important part of step 3 is that during the process of gathering this information, you start to show the client how they might begin to bridge the gap that was highlighted in steps 1 and 2. And you haven't even done anything yet. How can that be, I hear you ask? Well, I want to let you know that once you experience this, the feeling is phenomenal and you'll want to do it over and over again. Because what this process allows you to do is to help your client to begin moving closer to where they want to be by simply asking the right questions. And don't worry, of course, We give you the entire process and all the questions. Step 3 is not about giving answers either. It is 100% about questions. And at the end of this step, you ask your client for a commitment to work with you on an ongoing basis. And finally, step 4, maintain. Maintain is the process of delivering consistent, regular, and high-value advisory services to clients that support them on their business journey from where they are now to where they want to be. And it's exactly where you can begin using the software and the tools that you have already invested in. These services are based entirely on services that you already provide, and we help you design your ongoing package so that you know exactly what you will be offering clients if they say yes in step 3. These ongoing services are planned, scheduled, paid in advance, and highly profitable. They're not packaged up services that sneak advisory into compliance work. They are not 30-page regurgitated reports for you to sell to your clients, and they are most definitely not resource stretching and time reliant like compliance services. Now, we find the accountants that are most effective with this step are the ones that have the support of a team. Of course, you can implement and deliver advisory services on your own, but it's a whole lot easier with support. You will have guessed that having another accountant who has the technical skills to do advisory work is helpful, no doubt. But what you might be surprised to learn is that the most effective support you can have actually comes from your administration people. So how can you learn this process? Well, in the Business Metamorphosis Advisor Training Program, accountants learn the 4-step advisory process that simplifies how to bring more clients into your advisory services and increase retention and revenue through those services. The Business Metamorphosis Advisor Training is a 12-week online program with live weekly coaching calls and includes implementation support so that you don't just come along and gain the knowledge. Again, quite the opposite, exactly, because you also receive support, mentoring, and accountability to be successful in securing ongoing advisory work with clients. I want to tell you just a little bit about Darren. Darren is a CA and a director of a New Zealand accounting firm. He was already delivering advisory services to clients, but it was mostly ad hoc and to only a very small percentage of his client base. He found himself enjoying the advisory work and he just wanted to do more. So he invested in software and some other tools to help him do that. Well, guess what happened? Nothing much, really. The software and the tools helped a little with the ongoing delivery of advisory, but there was no measurable change in the number of clients that saw the value in taking up ongoing advisory services. He wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet, but he was certainly starting to wonder if it was just him. Was he really cut out for advisory? Could he actually achieve what he set out to do? Well, that's when he found me, the Small Business Project and the Business Metamorphosis Advisor Program. So since undertaking the Business Metamorphosis Advisor Program and using the 4-step process with clients, Darren's confidence with advisory conversations has definitely increased. And to his surprise, he found out that he didn't know his clients as well as he thought. The 4-step process has allowed him to meet clients where they are and helped him to understand what they actually want. He's been able to position advisory services in a way the client can understand and sees value in, resulting in a much higher take-up of ongoing advisory services. He still uses the software and the tools to help him deliver advisory, but Darren now has a complete advisory process with an effective framework to follow when having advisory conversations. He also has advisory budgets and goals in place, and he knows exactly what he needs to do to achieve them. Joining Business Metamorphosis starts with your application and making a deposit to secure your strategy session with me. In your strategy session, if it looks like Business Metamorphosis is a good fit for you, I will invite you to enroll and secure your place. However, if it looks like Business Metamorphosis won't help you increase advisory revenue and make your investment back, then I'll refund your deposit in full. No questions asked. To apply for Business Metamorphosis, simply click the link below, and I look forward to speaking with you on your strategy call.